Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we're looking at something that I think for most people is just a fun thing you do on vacation.
Right, a way to kill an hour.
Exactly. We've got a huge stack of source material here all about the surprisingly deep benefits of snorkeling.
And it really is surprising.
It is. We're not just talking about seeing some cool fish. The sources lay out, almost 20 specific benefits, covering everything from physical health to, your mental state.
It's a full body and full mind experience.
So our mission today is to get past that surface level fun and really figure out the how and the why. How does this simple activity do so much?
That's it. And the sources really define it perfectly. They call it an easy water activity, good for pretty much any age, any skill level.
Yeah.
It's just about enjoying the underwater world.
Right.
The coral, the fish, everything.
It sounds almost too easy. If you've been looking for a way to get active or de-stress that doesn't feel like a chore, this sounds like it might be the answer. So let's unpack this.
Let's do it.
Okay, so let's start with that idea of accessibility. The sources claim it's the perfect first water activity.
That feels like a bold claim. A lot of people are a bit nervous about the ocean.
It is a bold claim, but they back it up. The key phrase is when done correctly.
Okay.
So it's not about just jumping into the deep sea. It's safe and easy for a beginner because the gear is so simple. A mask, a snorkel, fins, and you're usually in shallow water right near the shore.
So the environment is controlled.
Exactly. And when they say no special training, they don't mean zero instruction. They mean you don't need weeks of lessons.
Right. It's not like getting scuba certified.
Not at all.
Yeah.
A quick 5-minute explanation, how to breathe through the tube, how to float properly, how to kick, and you're basically good to go.
It really removes that performance anxiety. You're just learning to exist in the water, not race in it.
That's the perfect way to put it. And that's why it's so great for all ages. It's gentle, so older people can do it. It's exciting, so kids love it.
And everyone can stick together. Yes, you set your own pace. The family isn't split up between the fast group and the slow group. It's truly inclusive in that way.
That's a great point. And that brings us right to the physical side of things. We hear low impact and sometimes think low effort. But the sources say this is a full body workout, just without all that strain. So how does that work? How does just floating around become, actual exercise?
It's all about the water. The secret ingredient is buoyancy. First off, it is full body movement. Your arms, your legs, your core, everything is engaged, even if just gently.
But the sources really zero in on the lower body, right? The legs.
They do, specifically the thigh, calf, and ankle muscles.
And why those muscles in particular?
It's the fins. When you're kicking with fins, it's the slow, long, controlled movement. It's not fast or jerky.
Okay.
That motion forces your entire leg to work, especially those smaller stabilizing muscles around your ankles and in your calves. It's almost like a slow motion leg press, but with no weight.
And the water itself is providing the resistance.
Exactly. Think about trying to walk through a swimming pool. It's tough, right?
Yeah.
That's the water's light resistance. It makes your muscles work. But because the water is also holding you up, there's zero pounding, zero pressure on your joints. You're building strength without the pain.
So it's basically resistance training for people who hate the gym.
You could absolutely say that. It avoids all those overuse injuries you get from high-impact stuff like running.
And I remember the sources connecting that ankle strength directly to better balance, even on land.
Yes, that's a huge benefit, especially for older adults. You improve that muscle control and coordination in the water, and it translates directly to being more stable on your feet day to day.
That's a real tangible outcome from just a relaxing activity. What about the heart, though? They call it a light cardio activity. What does that really do for you?
It's about sustained effort. Your heart rate gently increases, and it stays there. This improves your blood circulation without the heavy strain of, say, a sprint.
It's exercise by stealth.
That's a great way to think about it. You're moving continuously, you're burning calories, but because it's so enjoyable and you're looking at all this amazing stuff, you barely notice. You don't feel that fatigue that makes you want to stop.
So it's perfect for someone who maybe can't do high-intensity workouts.
Exactly, or just doesn't want to. You get the circulatory benefits without that stress response, that cortisol spike you get from really intense exercise.
Okay, so we're building stabilizer muscles, boosting circulation, and all without beating up our joints. And the movements are so fluid, I imagine it helps with flexibility too.
Precisely. Those long, slow kicks are basically a form of dynamic stretching. You're elongating the muscles while they're under a little bit of resistance. It's a really beautiful, functional kind of movement.
Okay, so we've covered the body, but now I want to shift to the mind, to the brain. Because this is where, for me, it gets really interesting.
I agree.
The key seems to be the snorkel itself, this simple plastic tube. How does it become a tool for mental clarity?
It's the central mechanism, really. The snorkel forces you to breathe in a very specific way.
Slowly and deeply.
Slowly, deeply, and through your mouth. You can't take those short, shallow chest breaths that we associate with stress, with that fight or flight response. You have to shift to calm, diaphragmatic breathing.
So the equipment itself is teaching you how to meditate, in a way.
It's exactly that. It's a guided meditation. And the sources point out that practicing this improves your lung control, your breathing rhythm, but the big takeaway is that it helps reduce panic in your daily life.
Okay, hold on. How does breathing in the ocean help me when I'm, stuck in traffic?
It builds a kind of muscle memory for your nervous system. That slow, rhythmic breathing physically calms you down.
Right.
But doing it over and over in the water, you're conditioning your body's response to a challenge. So later, when you feel that anxiety spike on land, you have a physical tool to go back to. You remember that feeling, that rhythm of the snorkel.
I get it.
Yeah.
It's not just relaxing in the moment, it's building a skill for later.
You're building resilience. And of course, the whole environment is helping. The sound of the gentle waves, just being in nature.
And the floating.
And the floating. The water supports your body weight so your muscles can just let go. All that tension you hold in your neck and shoulders, it just melts away. Your body's completely at rest while your mind is, gently focused.
It sounds like the ultimate detox. You're physically cut off from your phone, from all the noise. You have no choice but to be present.
That's the mindfulness piece. You have to focus on two things: your breathing and what's right in front of you. The fish, the coral, the way the light moves through the water, it clears your mind of all the other junk.
And that must have a huge effect on your mood.
A massive effect. The sources are clear that spending time in this kind of environment it supports your mental well-being, it helps reduce feelings of sadness, and balances you out emotionally.
And I can see how that all circles back to confidence. If you're a little afraid of the water and you have this positive, controlled experience,
it's huge for your confidence. You're mastering something new. You're engaging with the ocean on your own terms successfully. That feeling of competence is really powerful.
Okay, so let's get to the final piece, the experiential payoff, the pure joy of it. This is what makes all the other benefits stick, I think.
This is the magic part. This is what releases those feel-good hormones. The sources talk a lot about exploration. Snorkeling opens up this whole other world that's right there, but totally hidden.
It feels like you're visiting another planet.
It really does. And that sense of awe, of discovery, seeing all this life happening right in front of you, that triggers a release of dopamine, of serotonin. It creates this very real feeling of happiness and satisfaction.
And those are the moments that become memories.
Lasting, beautiful memories. And it also fosters a real connection to nature. It's one thing to read about coral reefs. It's another thing to see them, to float above them.
It makes environmentalism personal, not abstract.
Exactly. You feel a personal stake in protecting it.
Yeah. And all this time, while you're having this profound experience, you're also getting better at a fundamental skill.
You're improving your swimming skills without even thinking about it. How to float more efficiently, how to kick without splashing, just general control in the water.
You're learning through pleasure.
Which is always the best way to learn.
Okay, that feels like a really comprehensive look. For you, the listener, I think the takeaway here is that snorkeling is this incredible trifecta. It's easy physical activity, it's a deep mental reset that's tied to your breathing, and it's a source of profound, simple joy. So what does this all mean?
It means we should probably rethink what exercise or self-care has to look like. Here's this one activity that, builds strength, helps your heart, and balances your emotions, all while feeling like a vacation. It's a really powerful and accessible entry point to a healthier life.
And here's the final provocative thought for you to consider. If the simple act of slowing your breath and watching fish swim by can release feel-good hormones, dissolve your muscle tension, and literally build your resilience to panic, what other simple mindful movements in your own life are you overlooking? Whether it's walking in a park or just really paying attention to the steam from your morning coffee. What other simple things could be giving you this same broad array of profound, lasting benefits? Find your snorkel moment wherever you are.